Zwift have recently released their brand new Innsbruck Tyrol World, based, of course, on the 2018 Road World Championships. We couldn't wait to check it out.
So we get to check out the loop that makes up the bulk of this year's World Championships. And it is said to be the hardest for years. So can Peter Sagan make it over all these climbs and make it a 4th World Championship win? But the real question is, how much is Emma going to beat me by?
Oh, come on, James, you're too kind. I think I'm going to struggle to keep up. In fact, I almost had a caffeine gel for breakfast, but then I realised that that was disgusting and it wouldn't help anyway. So let's get riding.
So this is GCN's first look at Zwift Innsbruck. This course is based on the so-called Olympic lap, and the men have to tackle this 7 times and the women 4.
With the Inn River on one side and the imposing Nordketter mountain range on the other, Innsbruck really does have a character all of its own, and it's quite different from previous Zwift worlds. So you find yourself riding through beautiful alpine valleys and mountains and past Tuelian homes and imperial palaces and landmarks actually from all over Austria. Plus, it seems to be quite a lot of uphill. I thought we were just going for an easy spin.
Zwift actually sent out riders to recon this loop, and they did it with video equipment attached to their heads to give a 360-degree angle to basically chart the climb's altitude.
Now, Zwift's UCI lap is 23.7 kilometres long, features a flat section through Innsbruck city centre, and then, of course, the mountain section with a 7.9 kilometre climb up to Eagles, which averages at 5.7%, although it's definitely got some steeper ramps in it.
This course, however, does not feature the climb up to Grammatborden, as this is a whopping steep climb that the men have to tackle on their very last lap, and it goes up to a whopping 25%.
The essential Zwift Innsbruck route is a figure of 8, which means that the flat city centre loop and the mountain loop actually intersect at the base of the climb, and that gives you loads of options for route variation.
Now, the Innsbruck Ring loop is the fast city centre loop around Innsbruck. Now, this is a sprinter's paradise. At just 8.8 kilometres and 77 metres of elevation, it's something the sprinters can really tackle. To be honest, I'm quite looking forward to that.
James is just making sure he drops me at the top of the climb, but
No, you dropped me, I'm catching you up.
we're actually nearly the top. I can see the archway, and it is quite a long, tough climb. Oh, there he goes.
No! No!
That's the Green Giant from the Swarovski theme park, which is in Austria, but actually not in Innsbruck. It's actually like 70 kilometers away, but they built this amazing Green Giant, which is like a sort of vegetation-covered hill, and underneath there are palaces of crystals, which is the Swarovski theme park. It looks amazing. It's right at the top of the climb.
I didn't realise you were into crystals, Emma.
I'm not, but it's a pretty impressive.
It is pretty cool, though, to be fair.
Crystals, not so much my thing.
Now, I've literally just gone past the iconic Innsbruck Ski Jump. Now, this is incredible, as you can see it from really right down at the bottom of the city, and it looks above the whole city, which is actually pretty incredible. One day, I'd love to do it, but it has actually been used in 2 Winter Olympics.
Hope you've enjoyed this first look at the Innsbruck course. I certainly have. It is beautiful. Give us a thumbs up, and why not log into Zwift and see if you can beat James's time up the climb.
So if you do want to look as good as Emma and I, then be sure to check out the online shop, and you can actually purchase all this kit for yourself.
And the towels, which have come in very useful today. Anyway, let us know in the comments what you think. And if this has inspired you to get training on Zwift, then you can check out our video done here on Zwift for beginners.